I am 107 years old. My name is Claire. I worked as an administrative clerk for 42 years. I've been a widow for 32 years. I don't know how much time I have left. Maybe a year, maybe 2. My body is slowing down, even if my mind is still sharp. And there's something I need to tell you before I go. Everyone in my family died before 75. My mother at 68, my father at 71, my older brother at 52, my younger brother at 69, my sister at 73, my husband at 75, both my sons, one at 68, one at 74, everyone gone. I'm 107. I've outlived them all by 32 years. And it wasn't luck. It wasn't good genes. In fact, the doctor told me in 1956 that I had the worst genes possible. He said, "Claire, you'll be dead by 70. That's just how it is with your family." He was wrong. But not because he didn't understand the science. He was wrong because I did something my entire family refused to do. For 73 years, 2, 6, 6, 4, 5 consecutive days, I have followed 2 rules, no exceptions. Not once. Not even on Christmas. Not even at my daughter's wedding. Not even the day my husband died. Rule 1. I never eat after 6:30 p.m. Rule 2. I walk for 30 minutes every single day. That's it. That's the whole secret. And it added 37 years to my life. Let me take you back to 1953. I was 34 years old. My older brother Thomas dropped dead of a heart attack. He was 52. The whole family gathered at the hospital. The doctor pulled us into a room and said something I'll never forget. He said, "Your family has a genetic predisposition, heart disease, early death. You should all expect to die before 75. My mother started crying. My father just nodded, like he already knew. Over the next 20 years, I watched it happen exactly like the doctor said. My mother went at 68, my father at 71, my sister at 73, my younger brother at 69, all of them gone before 75, just like he predicted. In 1956, 3 years after Thomas died, I went to see that same doctor. I was 37 years old. I had 2 young children. I said, "What can I do?" He looked at me with this tired expression, like he'd had this conversation 100 times. He said, "Claire, you can't change your genes. You'll be lucky to see 70. I walked out of that office and I made a decision. Either I give up and accept that I'm going to die young, or I do everything differently than my family." I started reading. Back then we didn't have internet, but I went to the library every week. I read medical journals, studies, research papers, and 2 things kept coming up over and over. Fasting overnight and daily movement. Not exercise, not running marathons, just consistent daily movement. The science was clear. Your body needs 12-14 hours without food to repair itself, and your body needs to move every single day, even just a little, to stay functional. So I made my rules, nothing fancy, nothing complicated. No food after 6:30 p.m., walk for 30 minutes every day. And I decided no exceptions, ever, because I knew myself. 1 exception becomes 2. 2 becomes a week. A week becomes I'll start again Monday. So I made them absolute. No negotiation. Let me tell you what 73 years of absolute discipline looks like. Every dinner in my house ended at 6:30 p.m. sharp. We'd sit down at 5:45, eat, talk. By 6:30, the kitchen was closed. My husband thought I was crazy at first. "Claire, it's Thanksgiving. Have some pie at 800. I'd say no. Christmas Eve, my sister would bring out cookies at 9 p.m. Everyone would eat them. I'd sit there with my hands in my lap. Claire, just one cookie, it's Christmas. No, you're being ridiculous. Maybe, but I'm alive. At first, people tried to convince me. Then they got frustrated. Then they stopped inviting me to things. Dinner parties that started at 7 none. I couldn't go. Late night gatherings? Not for me. My social life shrank. I didn't care. I wasn't trying to be popular. I was trying to not die at 68 like my mother. The walking was the same. Every morning, 30 minutes. Rain, snow, heat, didn't matter. I remember one morning in January 1978, there was a blizzard. My husband said, "Claire, you can't go out there. You'll slip and break your hip." I put on my boots and my coat. I walked slowly, very slowly, but I walked. 26,645 days, not one missed. When my husband died in 1994, I was 75, the age everyone in my family was supposed to die by. I kept walking. My first son died in 2015. He was 68, heart attack, just like his Uncle Thomas. I walked the morning of his funeral. When my second son died in 2019, 74 years old, colon cancer, I walked. People thought I was cold, unfeeling. How could I go for a walk on the morning my son died? But they didn't understand. The walking wasn't optional. It was the reason I was still here to bury him instead of him burying me 30 years earlier. I watched my family make the same choices over and over. Late dinners. My husband loved to eat at 9 p.m., watching the news. "Come sit with me, Claire." I'd sit with him, but I wouldn't eat. My sons did the same thing. They'd come home from work at 7 noon. Eat dinner at 8 time or 900. Then snack until midnight. I'd say, "You know what the doctor said about our family? You need to stop eating earlier." They'd say, "Mom, I'm hungry. I just got home from work." I'd say, "Then eat earlier." They never did. And the walking. My sons didn't walk. "I'm too tired, Mom. I don't have time." "I'll start next week." My husband was the same. "Claire, I work on my feet all day. I don't need to walk." I'd say, "That's different. You need to move intentionally every day." He'd say, "You're obsessed." Maybe I was obsessed, but he died at 75. I'm 107. At my younger son's funeral in 2019, I was 100 years old. My granddaughter, his daughter, was crying. She looked at me and said, "Grandma, how are you still here? You're 100. My dad was 74. Why?" I told her the truth. I said, "Your father ate dinner at 10 p.m. watching TV. He never walked. I did the opposite for 73 years. Every single day. It wasn't bad luck, it was choices." She got angry. She said, "That's cruel to say at his funeral." I said, "It's the truth. The doctor in 1956 told us we'd both die by 70. He ate like the rest of the family. I didn't. That's the difference." She stopped talking to me after that. She thought I was being heartless. But I wasn't being heartless. I was being honest. My son had the same genetic predisposition I did, the same family history, the same warning from doctors. But he chose differently. He chose comfort. Late dinners, no exercise, the easy path. And he died at 74. I chose discomfort, early dinners, daily walks, the hard path. And I'm 107. If you're reading this, you probably have someone in your family who died too young. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, something. And you probably think, "Well, that's just genetics. Nothing I can do." You're wrong. Genes load the gun. Your daily choices pull the trigger. My entire family had the same genes I do. Every single one of them died before 75. I'm 107. The difference wasn't luck. It was 73 years of doing two things they refused to do. Society tells you that life is short, so enjoy it. Eat the dessert, sleep in. You deserve it, and you do deserve it. But what you deserve even more is to be alive at 90, at 100, at 100, at 107. My family chose enjoyment over longevity. They chose the late night snacks and the lazy Sundays and the I'll start tomorrow, and they all died before 75. I chose longevity over comfort. Not once, not for a week, for 73 years. And I'm still here. So what do you do instead? Let me tell you what I wish everyone in my family had done. What I wish you'd start doing today. Number 1, stop eating after 6:30 p.m. No exceptions. I don't care if you're hungry. I don't care if it's a special occasion. I don't care if everyone else is eating. Your body needs 12 or 14 hours without food to repair itself. That's not my opinion. That's science. If you eat dinner at 6:30 and breakfast at 8 a.m., that's 13.5 hours. Your body gets to clean up, repair cells, process everything properly. If you eat dinner at 9 p.m. and breakfast at 8 a.m., that's 11 hours. Not enough. Start today, tonight. Have dinner earlier, then close the kitchen. No snacks. No just one bite. Nothing. The first week will be hard. You'll be hungry at 9 p.m. Drink water, go to bed. By week 2, your body adjusts. By week 3, you won't even think about it. I've done this for 73 years. It works. Number 2, walk for 30 minutes every single day. Not exercise. Not the gym. Not running, walking. Put on your shoes and walk around your neighborhood for 30 minutes. That's it. Don't tell yourself you'll do it when the weather's nice. Don't wait until Monday. Don't make excuses. Every single day. I've walked 26,645 days in a row, through rain, snow, heat, illness, grief, every day. You don't need to walk 26,645 days. You just need to walk today, then tomorrow, then the next day. Start this morning, right now if you can. 30 minutes. What you'll notice, you'll sleep better. Your energy will improve. Your mood will stabilize. Not in a month, not in a year. In about 2 weeks, you'll feel different. Number 3, make these rules absolute. This is the part people don't want to hear. You can't do this most of the time. You can't have cheat days. You can't make exceptions for holidays or birthdays or vacations, because one exception becomes a pattern, and patterns become your life. My family made exceptions just this once. It's Thanksgiving. I've had a hard week. Those exceptions killed them. I never made exceptions. Not once in 73 years. And I'm alive. If that sounds extreme, good. It is extreme. That's why it works. Number 4, don't wait for a health scare. My family didn't start taking care of themselves until they had their first heart attack. By then it was too late. My brother Thomas had his first heart attack at 52. Doctors told him to change everything. He did for about 3 months, then went back to his old habits. Second heart attack killed him. My mother got diabetes at 65, started trying to eat better, too late, dead at 68. My sons both had high blood pressure in their 50s. Both said they'd start exercising, both died in their 70s. Don't wait for the warning sign. The warning sign is your family history. Start now, today, this morning. Number 5. Accept that people will think you're crazy. They will. I promise you, people thought I was obsessed, extreme, no fun. My husband thought I was ridiculous. My sister rolled her eyes at me. My sons told me to live a little. They're all dead. I'm not. You don't need people to understand. You need to be alive at 90. Number 6. Do it even when it doesn't feel like it matters. The hardest part isn't the first year. It's year 15, year 30, year 15, year 50. When you're 60 and you've been doing this for 20 years and you feel fine and you think, maybe I can relax a little now. That's when most people quit. Don't quit. I'm 1-7 because I didn't quit at 60 or 70 or 80 or 90. The discipline matters most when it feels like it doesn't matter. Number 7, track it. I kept a simple calendar on my kitchen wall. Every day I walked, I marked an X. Every day I finished eating by 6:30, I marked a check mark. 73 years of X's and check marks. Seeing the streak adds up. You don't want to break it. Start your own tracking today. Get a calendar. Mark today as day 1. Number 8, remember that comfort is expensive. My family chose comfort. Late dinners were more comfortable. Not walking was more comfortable. Sleeping in was more comfortable. That comfort cost them 30+ years of life. I chose discomfort. Early dinners when I was still hungry. Walking when it was cold. Saying no when everyone else said yes. That discomfort bought me 37 extra years. You can't have both. Choose. Number 9, do it for yourself, not your family. My sons saw me do this their entire lives. They saw me walk every day. They saw me stop eating at 6:30. They didn't follow it. You can't force the people you love to make better choices. You can only make better choices yourself. Do this for you, not to set an example, not to prove a point for you. Number 10, understand that longevity is lonely. I need to be honest about this. I've outlived my entire family, my husband, my brothers, my sister, my children. Oh, my friends are dead. Everyone I grew up with is gone. I sit in this house alone most days. My grandchildren visit sometimes, but they're busy. They have their own lives. The price of living to 107 is that you live alone. Is it worth it? I don't know. Some days I'm not sure. But I'd rather be here, lonely and alive, than dead at 68 like my mother. You might think that's sad. Maybe it is. But it's real. And you need to know it before you start. I found something a few years ago. I was going through old papers and I found a letter my husband wrote me in 1985. We'd had an argument. I wouldn't eat birthday cake at 9 p.m. at my son's birthday party. He thought I was being ridiculous. The letter said, "Claire, I love you. But sometimes I think you care more about your rules than about being with us." I never responded to that letter. I just kept following my rules. He died 9 years later. At 75, exactly when the doctors said he would. And I wonder sometimes, was he right? Did I care more about the rules than about being with them? But then I think, I'm still here. He's not. My sons aren't. My whole family isn't. The rules worked. They kept me alive. But some nights I sit here and I think about all the birthday cakes I didn't eat, all the late dinners I skipped, all the times I said no when everyone else said yes. And I wonder if I could have done both. If I could have been a little less rigid and still made it to 100. I don't know. I'll never know. What I do know is this: every single person in my family is dead. And I'm not. That's not an accident. That's not luck. That's 73 years of walking when I didn't want to. 73 years of stopping eating when I was still hungry. 73 years of doing what everyone else refused to do. At my son's funeral in 2019, I was 100 years old. Standing at his grave, I thought about the doctor's words from 1956. Claire, you'll be dead by 70. I beat that prediction by 30 years. My son didn't. He died at 74, just like the doctor predicted. We had the same genes, the same family history, the same warnings, but we made different choices, and that made all the difference. I'm 107 years old now. I still walk every morning, though now I use a cane. I still stop eating at 6:30 p.m. No exceptions. The doctor who told me I'd die at 70 has been dead for 40 years. My entire family has been dead for years. I'm the only one left. Is that a victory? I don't know. But I'm here. I'm alive. My mind is clear. I can still tell you this story. And maybe that matters. Maybe someone will read this and make different choices than my family made. Maybe someone will close the kitchen at 6:30 tonight. Maybe someone will go for a walk tomorrow morning. Maybe someone will live to 90, to 100, to 107. Maybe someone won't bury their children. If you have family members who died young, you know what I'm talking about. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke. You know that fear? That thought, am I next? You might be, if you keep doing what they did. Or you might not, if you do what I did. It's not complicated. It's not expensive. It's not a secret. Stop eating after 6:30 p.m. Walk for 30 minutes every day. No exceptions. For the rest of your life. That's it. That's the formula. Will it give you 37 extra years like it gave me? I don't know. Maybe. But it will give you something. More time. Better health. A fighting chance. My family didn't take that chance. They chose comfort over discipline. Short-term pleasure over long-term survival. And they all died young. I chose differently. Start today. Right now. This minute. Go look at your family history. Write down when everyone died. Then ask yourself, am I doing what they did? If the answer is yes, stop. Close your kitchen at 6:30 tonight. Walk for 30 minutes tomorrow morning. Do it the next day, and the next day, and the day after that, for the rest of your life. It's not too late for you. It was too late for my family. They're all gone, but you're still here. Don't waste it.